Well, I know the game's anniversary technically isn't till fall, oh, but what the heck? I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I just happened to get on sale. Hail. So now that I've been playing it for about 4 hours or so, let's talk about how the PlayStation 2 who tie into 1979's classic The Warriors, and why I'm on money considered to be like an underrated movie adaptation game being published by a Rockstar and developed by the Toronto division of the company, eh, which is located in Oakville, Ontario, which features some, but not all, of the cast returning to reprise their roles. So, let's begin. The game takes place, much like the movie does, in an alternate version of the year 1979, where crime and gangs run so rampant that in New York City, the major gang factions outnumber authorities by a near 3-1 margin, and the game story, much like the movie, has you fighting your way through the rival gang factions, the Warriors, after being wrongfully accused of the murder of one of the rival gang leaders. On top of this, the game also has at least half its missions dedicated to the days leading up to the fateful shot being fired, and not only showing how the gang got together, but also how they began making a mark on the city itself. And definitely, the source material really captured the the uncertainty of that time frame, the urban panic that we tend to go through every so often, and however, it's definitely managed to be one of the more enduring depictions, influencing not only other action films well into subsequent decades, but also even before it got turned into a game on its own, many other video games, with Rockstar in particular, her citing it as a major influence on the Dollar franchise, and it shows. So, if anyone had to make a game out of it, it definitely makes sense for it to be them. The game is not as big an experience as Rockstar's other titles, but it definitely shows all the things that they learned from on the PS2 trilogy are still present here, and even for the time, actually has some pretty impressive likenesses of the characters and just how it depicts the city itself being, as it was in that time frame, very gritty, dirty, where the question would not be if someone would be trying to steal a car stereo or rob a drugstore, but when. And also, definitely has a unique approach to combat system, how you can chain combos together, as well as you can switch between targets actually quite easily. A best way I can describe it, it's like an early version of what you'd see in the Batman Arkham series or the Melee Combat Insomniac Spider-Man titles, where and also managed to do a great job of depicting the rival gangs from the film, especially the infamous Baseball Furies, who are definitely going to be pressing their batting average on your head. And the same Mets fans get uppity. And it also really liked the variety of how even it actually encourages a lot of replays, and it's going to recruit more soldiers into your gang, and also how you can issue commands to them, and where you can have them watch your back in case things are getting heavy. You can have them just cause mayhem when you're trying to rack up a score, or in case things get a little bit too hot in terms of heat, you can have them scatter. But you have to make sure to have everyone regroup before you exit the stage, or at least head to the next mission objective. It's definitely a smaller scale kind of action game from them. But then again, it's also another link to how they would continue to keep building upon these design concepts as time goes by. I and even though 2005 was the year the Xbox 360 would launch, and with the PS3 following in 2006, it's another one that showed that there's still miles for the tank of the PS2, which for the longest time has been the best-selling home console ever, and I definitely am making some serious consideration what I might do with the 25th anniversary in October, for especially given its impact. Let's just say that when they were hyping up the console's most notable launch since the invention of television itself, let's just say that they did their dangest to live up to that hype, so to speak. And and I definitely can recommend this game quite heartily. I mean, again, I did not own it at the time when new people it did. It also got a port on the original Xbox the same year, and even like a smaller scale version on the PlayStation Portable in 2007. Then, so it's definitely a one that's worth checking out, and it's actually available on PSN for only $15. Or even less if you decide to take advantage of actually relatively frequent discounts as well. I mean, well, and with that, I definitely will have more to come to you this week ahead of the Pokemon Presents, and on Thursday with my reaction and thoughts being closing the month on Friday. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now, and I will see you all again soon, all you boppers.